Hey guys, yay!
Wait a minute.
Before you guys get too excited, I went out today, I got back early, and I said, let me know with makeup. Okay, on a more serious note, thank you so much for all the comments, likes, shares, everything. I'm seeing them. I'm grateful. Thank you. So, just a couple of days ago, I posted on the penguin themed wedding, and I had comments like, oh my god, it's going to cost you a lot.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
First of all, if you want to do themed event, I take or beg you, if you don't get backbone, if you don't get money, leave am. It's not by force. Themed events are not for everybody.
You think it's a joke?
Somebody said, oh, why penguin themed? Well, that's what worked for the couple. Like I said in the previous video, the couple felt like they had the penguin kind of love, which was going to last forever. Aww. If not be your story. If your own is zombie love, I mean, yeah. So today, we're talking about a themed wedding. I mean, it looks good on paper. I want to have a themed wedding. I want to have a colorful wedding. I want to have
moments later.
Don't be under pressure to pick anything at all, to be honest. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Don't be under pressure. Now, how to find a wedding theme. Now, you have to get inspiration from somewhere. I like Pinterest, to be honest. I feel like it gives you a very broad view of a lot of options of themes that you can work with for your wedding. So if that works for you, fine. There are magazines and different ideas. You can experiment with just absolutely anything.
That's pretty good.
You have to choose a theme that feels true to your personality and your partner's. For the person that said relationship was a penguin themed love, it worked for them. Do you get it? So you don't want to pick what doesn't work for you. I mean, the penguin themed wedding ended up being a black, white, and gold themed event. So if you're a person that likes, those colors, that works for you, right? But if you're a colorful person, so then a bohemian themed party, a tropical themed party, something in that line will work for you. So don't just pick a theme just because it sounds nice in the ear. So do what works for you, okay? Because people will put you under a lot of pressure.
Just
know
do
that.
it.
What should you be scared of? Money.
Run.
Go pay you pass. The money where you go spend. See, I'm telling you guys this because nobody really tells you. So they'll be like, you're getting married, congratulations. They tell you, me, I will tell you. I'm your friendly neighborhood event planner. I will tell you. The money is not a joke. So make sure you are ready for the financial commitment that comes with planning anything event before you even start it. I promise you, you'll be happy you planned towards it. Okay? The money you're going to spend is, to be honest, themed events are more expensive than regular events. I mean, if you want them to write your name on your bracelets, they cost more than when you just go and buy the regular store-bought, right? So it's the same thing that applies to themed events because they are tailoring that particular decoration to suit you. Now, if you know you don't want to spend money,
God have mercy upon us.
If your theme is, say, a very expensive theme, you know that there's a lot of customization, and then you say you're on a budget. You can't be on a budget and have a theme. Let's just get that out of the way. That's that. You can attack me later on that, but you cannot, I repeat, be on a budget and have a theme. Now, that's
what
different
type of plane
from,
is this?
can I have an affordable event? That's a completely different question. You can have an affordable event that is still a themed wedding. Like, they're not mutually exclusive, but at the same time, you don't want to, restrict yourself because of budget and then lose out on what really makes the thing beautiful. So if you have a budget, please just leave it. You can have a very beautiful wedding without having a theme. it works. You can just choose a color,
no problem,
and it goes.
God will
You can
see us.
just do everything you possible, within your budget, within your power. No go carry the one way past. You know to say I not tell you.
You only you waka come.
The money is a very strong factor. I mean, I've said, oh yeah, you can have an affordable. Of course, I've done a number of affordable themed events. It happens and it works, right? But don't go with the mindset of, oh, I just planned 100 guests. Oh, 100 guests is 2 million for everything, and that's all I want to spend. It might not work out. Okay, so that's that. For themed events, even your invite can be themed. Now that's where people really make that mistake. They don't consider all those aspects. In their mind, themed events is just decor. Like, you can highlight your theme from your decor, from your invites, from your hashtags. Yes. When you're thinking of a theme, remember that for every aspect of your wedding, from the decor to the choice of outfits to what your bridal party will wear, everything basically, will actually rely on that theme you choose. So if you're a very colorful person, you do not want to choose a theme that maybe a rustic theme. It doesn't work for you. I beg you, just leave it alone. Your theme cannot be Labake and Buki. No offense, I beg. If your name
Jesus is Lord.
Example, but your name cannot be Labake and Buki wed each other for a penguin. It doesn't work.
You playing?
Why do you need a theme? Very simple. As a guide for your planning process, you can just come up and be like, I want a rustic themed event. Then you don't have to start thinking of, oh, do I want purple, do I want green? Because those are not in the rustic theme color palette. Do you understand me? So when you have a theme, your idea is already streamlined. It's easier to talk to your vendors. It's easier to get what you want. Your even to your bridal party outfits is very easy. So consider that when you want to start your planning process, to represent how you feel about your partner, how you guys met. If you met on social media, you can decide, oh, I want an Instagram themed wedding or a Bumble themed wedding. Who knows? Or I want a TikTok themed wedding. That would be a lot of fun, to be honest. Getting your guests to make funny videos, upload them on a screen in your hall. Okay, now I'm giving ideas.
There's no money on ground.
Me to help you with your TikTok events. Holla at Event Ferengi. We there for you. Okay, now
Send money.
that aside, if you say both love traveling, if you both love going to places like cinemas, you can have a movie themed wedding. Table names can be interesting movies, Barbie, Mission Impossible, whatever, right? That works. Yes. So if you also like traveling, you can have towns that you guys have both visited or towns that you both love. If you want themed based on where you're from, maybe it's an intertribal wedding and you want it intertribal themed, then you can do a merge. Say maybe a Nigerian getting married to a French person. You can have things that represent France, and then at the same time you can also have things that represent Nigeria, right? Or if you're Ghanaian, you can have the kente or whatever, just to play around. It's fun. Trust me, it's a lot of fun working on a themed event. Now, what do you consider before you have your theme or before you work on your theme? Venue. Very, very important. You don't want to have, say, a Frozen themed event outside in the garden. Which ice plates have greens? Do you understand? So your venue is important. That's the venue you were able to book for that date is important when you're considering your theme. Then your color combination for the event. If you're having, say, a penguin themed event, you do not want to have colors like purple or blue or pink. That doesn't work. Okay, so think about your colors. Now, mind you, I said our penguin themed event was a black, white, and gold color palette, right? However, in places like in Ghana, when you're giving birth or getting married or celebrating something, the color palette is white, right? So for them, because funeral color is black and red, if you have a theme, say maybe a gothic theme, and your colors are black and red, in a country like Ghana, it might come off to the elders and people that are from there like you are burying someone else or mourning something. So be careful when you are choosing your theme to consider where you're from. May they no go think say you don't join witchcraft, man. No. Another thing to consider is the season of the wedding. If you're having the event outside, if you're having the event inside, it's dependent on the season. Now, if you're in Nigeria, obviously, we know the rainy season happens. So if you're having a garden themed event and you're planning your wedding during like rainy season, you have to be careful. You know, you don't want to set up your garden and by the time your wedding day comes, everywhere is flooded.
Are you prepared to take a little risk?
So you have to consider the season that you're in. If you're in UK, you're in Canada, wherever you are, you want to consider, you know, if you want a beach or a summer, you know, feel, you cannot get married in December and expect that the planner or decorator will come up with magic to give you greens. That wouldn't work, right? So you have to consider the season of your wedding before you can choose a theme. Then your budget. I have thought about budget. People should not come and I know if you certify it, man no day, I beg. If you cannot handle it yourself, just come and meet me. I will help you. But when you are coming, come correct to how they talk themselves. If you bring a Dangote idea with who even no get money. Now all of us no get money for that.
Jesus!
But you guys get the point. If you bring, you know, two completely different, you know, you bring a very, very broad idea and you know that this will cost a lot of money, but then your budget is not realistic, please don't just leave theme alone. I'm begging. This is like the 4th or 5th time I'm saying it in this video. Leave theme alone. You can have a budget wedding that's beautiful. I can tell you the budget of some of my events and you'll be shocked. So it's possible. You can actually even also have an affordable themed event, but you can't expect your affordable themed event to look like somebody who is ready to, you know, remove, as in scatter it, destroy the economy. But one thing that's very important for you to think about when you're planning a themed event, if you want to do it on your own,
Are you prepared
please
to
consider
take a
the
little risk?
vendors that you pick. Make sure they understand the assignments, or just contact Event Fairy. Second time they tell you now this thing. I know if said to quarrel. Don't go to Labake, the lady down the street that does. Labake will suffer from her hand today. She didn't even heard Labake, but well, don't go to Labake down the street that said she does decoration to go and do your glamorous winter themed event. She feel no get them. Nobody is saying Labake will not have it. Be careful when you are selecting the vendors. Make sure they understand the assignments that you're handing over to them, because it's very important. They can make or mar your event. You can want a themed invite and the person that you're giving is an amateur, and what he does for the penguin cannot look like just be. We don't see something for this business now. Why are they telling this guy they talking? Nah, it sounds funny, but please just make sure that you plan with your vendors. Have meetings upon meetings. You see, it's these meetings and explaining all these things to vendors that make people actually hire event planners, because
Our mouth is dry like the sound on the desert.
You go talk tire. And if you get a vendor that does not understand and the person does nonsense and it doesn't come out well, you go explain tire, my dear. I heard of a case recently where someone paid a huge amount of money for a decor, and the boys that came were saying, oh, she got what she deserved, she didn't pay so much, you know, because the decor was just basic. It wasn't anything close to what she wanted. She go explain to her. You and I no dey there when she dey negotiate.
You go explain because no evidence.
Be careful the vendors you hire. It's a very important note. You just need the right people. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you learned something new, Please leave a comment as we'll appreciate your feedback. Kindly turn on your notification button so you know when we post part 2 of this video. Thank you. Bye.